بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. من يهدي الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear children. Today, inshallah, we're going to finish Surat An-Nabaa, starting from ayah 31 till the end of the surah. Remember what we took before in this blessed surah about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the Naba, and we mentioned the Naba is a breaking news, very important news is coming. The people are talking to each other and they divided into two groups, the believers and disbelievers, and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing to both groups the evidence that He is the creator, the owner of such universe and all these creations from the earth, from the heavens, from the mountains, sky, day, light, sun and moon. All these are the evidence that there must be a creator for all such beautiful creations that we are seeing every day. And after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed us the fate and the destiny of those disbelievers who are, despite of all these evidence in front of their eyes, still they are denying and still they are disbelieving in the presence of Allah. Then the ayat came now from ayah 31 to tell us what about the believers. What will happen to the believers? Here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in this ayah, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن للمتقين مفازا. So what is or who is المتقين? Inna means the indeed. Now my question, who is المتقين? And please don't tell me they are the believers, because the believers are the believers, المؤمنين إن المؤمنين إن الذين آمنوا. So when I tell you what المؤمنين means, you will tell me believers. But now my question is, who is al-muttaqin? In the translation, you will find it's translated as those who have taqwa. Okay, now let us define what is taqwa. Anyone can tell me what is taqwa? How to have taqwa? Yes, ya Angie.
Those who fear Allah.
Those who fear Allah, having taqwa. Yes, it could be one of the meaning. Excellent. What also taqwa means? Anyone knows? Taqwa. When I tell you this person has taqwa, what taqwa means? Okay, just there is a lot of definitions actually for the taqwa, and one of them, as Angie said, yes, Angie, you have anything to add?
I'm not sure, but could it be like
Heidi.
they're merciful?
No, it's a little bit away. No, it's like what Angie mentioned, that to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we come to the Arabic language, when you are talking about the word taqwa, it comes from the word tuqa. The word here, just let me write it for you. The word tuqa, this is the word. What is the word tuqa means in Arabic? In Arabic means it is a barrier. Tuqa means a barrier. So when we can define taqwa is means to put a barrier between you and what Allah forbid. This is wallahu a'lam, the nearest meaning of taqwa. When you want to define taqwa, so it comes from the word, as we mentioned here, tuqa. Just make it in red to be, yes. Tuqa is the barrier. This is in the Arabic. So when we say taqwa, the noun taqwa is to put a barrier between you and what Allah forbid. So the people who did this thing is called al-muttaqin. Al-muttaqin. Now what will happen to those al-muttaqin? Mafaza. What is mafaza mean? Who knows mafaza means what? Mafaza. Huh. Well, it is written on the translation success. Al-muttaqin will have success, but the accurate meaning is will be saved. Those who have taqwa will be saved. Now my question, saved from what? Saved from what? Who knows? Yes, Ahmed. Saved from what?
From the hellfire?
From?
From the hellfire?
Excellent. From the hellfire. So when Allah is saying that those those who fear Allah will be saved from the hellfire. So this is inna lilmuttaqina mafaza. What else after being saved from the hellfire? So when those muttaqin will be saved from the hellfire, they will enter the Jannah, right? So the ayah is telling you what are the things they're going to see in Jannah. So we'll see what? Hadaiqa wa a'naba. So from the beautiful things they will see gardens and grapes. So gardens and grapes. This is their rewards in the Jannah, or what they will see in the Jannah. And وَكَوَاعِبَ أَتْرَابًا. كَوَاعِبَ أَتْرَابًا. كَوَاعِبَ alone is young woman or young ladies. أَتْرَابًا of same age. Young ladies of same age. There is a hadith for the Prophet ﷺ that an old woman came to him. So she's telling him, Ya Rasulullah, am I going to be old in the Jannah as I am now? So he told her, no old in the Jannah. No one will be in old age in the Jannah. لا يدخل عجوز الجنة. So she was crying. She was thinking that she will not enter the Jannah because she's an old lady. So the Prophet ﷺ told her, don't cry, you will be young. You will be always young in Jannah. Well, because in this life, the best time for you when you are young, when you are in the youth, this youth age, when you are in your young age, this is the best time for you. Everything you can do, you can move, you can having a lot of activities, your mind is still fresh, you can have a lot of information. All this by time will decrease until the old age, when you see your grandma or grandpa, how much they are suffering in their movement, or not remembering so much. Maybe they cannot bear a lot of talking beside them, because they became old. They are not anymore young. So this is in dunya, this is in this life. But in Jannah, all the believers and those al-muttaqeen, all of us, inshallah, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be all of you from, and me from them, will be with the age in young. You will find your grandpa and grandma the same age like you. They will not find an old man or old lady in Jannah. They will all on the same age. So this is كواعب أترابا. What else? What else we'll see in Jannah? وكأسا دهاقا. دهاقا. Here, the كأسا is meaning that a cup which is always full. And the ulama means that دهاقا is always full. يبقى always, which is دهاقا, filled, always filled cup. Always filled cup. Cup of what? Usually the scholars mention about كأسا, when كأسا refers to the wine. The wine in Jannah. The wine in Jannah is in كأس or in cup. But if you're going to drink any other type of juices or something like that in Jannah, it will be وأكوابا. وأكوابا. And both things mentioned in the Quran, the akwab and the كأس. The كأس usually related to the wine of the Jannah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about the wine of the Jannah that it is completely different from the wine of this life. The wine of this life is very bitter in taste, and it causes vomiting, and it causes drowsiness, and usually urination all the time. People feel that they want to go to the toilet. All these things is not present in the wine in the Jannah. The wine of Jannah is very sweet in taste, will not make any headache or drowsiness, will not make you vomit or make you sick, feel sick, and also it will be completely very sweet and very tasty in the Jannah. So this is وَكَأْسًا دِهَاقًا, which is always filled. You will never find this cup is empty. And this is alone from the favor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, what else? What else we find, inshallah, in the Jannah? لا يسمعون فيها. لا يسمعون. They will not hear. لا يسمعون means they will not hear. In it, فيها, in it. لغوا. Who is know لغوا? What لغوا means? Who knows لغوا? Who knows لغوا? لغوا. Who knows? Okay, I will choose. Let us say Ilyas. Can you tell us what is لغوا means?
Does lagwan
لغوا.
mean like, does it mean like language?
No, this is لغة. This is another thing. لغة means language, but لغوا, yes, يا رقية.
Vain talk.
You can say word, yes, يعني not vain talk. What's meant by vain talk? We just to make it more easier. Here that we can say that يعني worthless speech. Worthless here. Worthless. What does it mean, worthless speech? That يعني something, sometimes when you are walking or having in the bus or something, sometimes people are turning on like songs or like something which is distracting, and it's valueless, will not add you anything. This is called lagwan. Just something, anything to be mentioned. For example, the talk shows, someone is talking about something which is not important. All this not important speech or worthless speech is lagwan. ولا كذابة, and they will not hear in it worthless speech, or nor, just to make it more, nor what? Nor كذابة means falsehood. يعني something which is not true, or something which is lying or lies. So in the Jannah, we will not hear the worthless speech or lies, which most of the time we are hearing now in this life. When you open the TV, when you open the radio, when you open your mobile, going to Instagram, going to TikTok, which I hope that all my children to avoid such social medias, because the harm in it is much more than the benefits. If you're going to follow something in Instagram, you have to follow specific sites and never try to look to all the things, because not all of them are good. So this is my advice for you. The other are either worthless speech or lies or falsehood. Okay, ayah number 36 is saying these beautiful things, the gardens and all the people are young and the filled cups, these are reward, جزاء من ربك, جزاء من ربك, rewarded from your Lord. عطاء, gift, حسابا, sufficient gift, means that we have mentioned to you is what Allah will reward them with, and they will be given by His favor and from Him. It will be a kindness, mercy, gift, and recompense from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It will be sufficient, suitable, comprehensive, and abundant. So jaza'an means reward from your Lord, min rabbika. Ata'an means gifts, or ata'an is gifts, and hisaban is sufficient. Sufficient gift for everyone. Yani everyone will feel that he will have the mercy and the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from his reward subhanahu wa ta'ala. So sufficient gifts. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about himself in ayah 37, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who gifted the muttaqeen all these beautiful things, this Rabbika, your Lord, is not only your Lord, is not only Lord for you, but he is the Lord of what? Lord of the heavens, Rabbu samawat wal ard, and earth. Now my question, when you been moved from ayah 36 to ayah 37, and Allah is telling at the beginning, these rewards will be given from your Lord, Rabbuka. And then ayah 37 is telling you, your Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth. وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا, and what between them? مَا بَيْنَهُمَا, what between them? So he is the Lord of the earth and the heaven and whatever is between them. Okay. What else? Ar-Rahman, the all merciful. Here one of the beautiful names of Allah, the all merciful. Ar-Rahman. لا يملكون منه خطابا. لا يملكون منه خطابا means يعني no one will dare to speak before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not even the angels, without his permission. So لا يملكون منه خطابا means no one will dare to speak before him subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the ayah is talking about. Now my question, Allah is saying that he is the Lord of the heaven, your Lord, عطاء من ربك, your Lord is the Lord of the heaven and the earth and whatever between them. What this meaning give you? What does this mean give you? What you understand from that? When the ayah is moved from Rabbika, your Lord, and your Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth and in between. What does it mean? Or what you feel about this ayah? Huh? Yes, Ya Ruqayya.
It means that Allah is the creator of everything in in the universe. So it makes us feel very like loyal to Allah and how He created everything we're living in.
Well, you mentioned yani, very near to the right answer. That makes us feel what exactly? When I told you that the Lord that you are worshipping is the Lord of the heavens and earth and whatever between them. What you feel about this Lord? Feel the what? Yes, yeah, Angie.
Do you like feel humbled?
This is one, excellent. So, number one, you will feel humbled. You will feel how much you are very weak and small. You will feel, sorry, you will feel humble, and how much you are very weak. And what else? The contrary. You will feel also the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How Allah is great. You will feel the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of all this universe we are living on. This is very important because now what we are doing now is trying to understand deeply what the ayah means and what reflect on us. When Allah is telling you, your Lord is the Lord of the samawat and ard, and the ard or the earth. So when you look to the greatness of the heavens and the greatness of the earth, how much it is vast, and you are just a very dot. If you bring the the ball, the earth ball, the earth, and try to bring all the countries and all the oceans and all the continents on this earth, and start to compare these great things with your position now, with your يعني mass, or with your presence. What's your proportion? What's your ratio to all these great things that Allah created in the rest of the earth? You will find yourself like a dot, a point, just a point in this great earth that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. And also there are 7 more earths. And then when you look to the heaven, it's just a very small part that we are seeing from the first sky. We have still 7 skies. So when you start to look deeply around, you will find how much you are weak, how much you are very small in this world, in this universe, and how much you are in need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the great and the majestic, the only one can help you, the most able, the all powerful. So now we'll see after that Allah is saying the all merciful. He could say subhanahu wa ta'ala the all powerful, right? Or the most able. Why he mentioned the all merciful? Anyone can tell us why the all merciful is coming here after mentioning as-samawat wal ard, the all merciful? Okay, I will answer this. We mentioned before, those who will يعني in the beautiful names of Allah series, there are 2 names of Allah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. The all merciful, the most merciful. Ar-Rahman, the all merciful. Ar-Rahim, the most merciful. Both of them representing the mercy attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what is the difference? What is the difference between Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim? Anyone knows? Yes, ya Angie.
Is Ar-Rahman for all humans and Ar-Rahim for just the Muslims?
Excellent, excellent. May Allah bless you. So Here, Ar-Rahman is for all the human beings, for all the creations that Allah. So it's very suitable to come when Allah is talking about the samawat and the ard and everything in between them. And Allah is the all merciful for all them, all merciful by providing them, by creating them, by providing them, by maintaining and disposing their affairs. All this is from the rahmah, from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when Allah talks about the believers in Jannah, He will say the most merciful or Ar-Rahim. Excellent. Yeah. Angie, may Allah bless you. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we feel the greatness of Allah as we mentioned, and from this greatness that no one can speak before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without His permission. Without His permission. So the ayah is coming to tell us لا يملكون منه خطابا means that no one can speak in front of him or before him subhanahu wa ta'ala. يوم يقوم الروح. Here يوم يقوم الروح والملائكة صفا. Here Allah is talking about the day of judgment. يوم, here, that day, which represents the day of judgment. What will happen in this day? The angels and Jibril. The angels is al-malaika. والروح is Jibril. يوم يقوم الروح والملائكة. That day the angels and Jibril will stand in rows. صفا. Will stand in rows. لا يتكلمون. Here we can see, we can feel the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لا يتكلمون. Even the angels, yes, even the angels. The angels who are doing whatever Allah is ordering them, and they are not never doing sins. Even them, they cannot speak. لا يتكلمون. They will not speak. They will not speak except what? Except that for one whom the most merciful, for the one whom Ar-Rahman again comes here, the most merciful, or with the all merciful here, the all merciful permits. Azina. Azina permits. So no one from the angels will not speak except for the one whom the all merciful permit. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إلا من أذن له الرحمن and وقال صوابا. من أذن له الرحمن وقال صوابا. Here, what is the meaning of وقال صوابا means the truth. صوابا is the truth. That there is no God worthy of worship except Allah. And they said, وقال. Here, قال is referring to the one here. And وقال, and he will say the truth. And what is the truth? The kalimat at-tawheed. The truth is kalimat at-tawheed. La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. This is that no God worthy of worship except Allah. It's called the Tawheed. Now he refer to whom? Who can tell me? He will say the truth or the Tawheed. Who will say here? Who is the smart will tell me who is he? He stands for whom? He stands for whom? Who knows? Amr, can you tell us? He in this ayah stands for whom?
مش عارف.
طيب, anyone knows? Okay, I will just put the red on it, just to be for everyone. See here? They will not hear, they will not speak except for the one whom the all merciful permits. So this one is he here. He referred to this one. The one who permitted to speak either from the angels or from the human beings, he will, the one who will say, who permitted to say by Allah, he will say the truth. The Tawheed, this is the Sawaba. Sawaba is the truth or Tawheed. Then Allah is saying in Ayah 39, ذَلِكَ الْيَوْمُ الْحَقِّ. That day is the absolute truth. This is the absolute truth. No 100%. When I say absolute truth, or the Quran says absolute truth, it means 100% it will happen. 100%. You are not having 0.00001. You don't have any suspicious. 100% there will be that day. That day is the absolute truth. ذلك اليوم الحق. فمن شاء. Here, فمن شاء means so whosoever will. فمن شاء, so whoever will. Will here means he wants, يعني. Whoever wills. What will happen? Whoever wills. اتخذ إلى ربه مآبا. Will seek a place with his Lord. And to be more accurate, return. Not place, a returned place. Will seek a returned place with his Lord. Meaning a place of return. How you seek a return place with his Lord? By a path that lead you to him, and a way that he may pass by to get to him. So when Allah is saying اتخذ إلى ربه مآبا, means seek a return place with his Lord. By how to have a good return place with our Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala. To means to take the straight path. Take the straight path. The straight path. الصراط المستقيم. And when we are every day saying the dua of the straight path or الصراط المستقيم, we are doing that where? Who can tell me? Every day we are saying, we make dua that Allah guide us to the straight path or the Surat Al-Mustaqim. Where we are saying, yes, ya Inji.
في الصلاة في سورة الفاتحة.
Excellent. In Surah Al-Fatiha, we are mentioning Surah Al-Fatiha every day, right? How much we are saying Surah Al-Fatiha per day in the 5 prayers? 17 times. 17. So 17 times you are seeking and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the straight path. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. You can imagine you are doing 17 times that every day. You are seeking the sirat al-mustaqim. So that's why it gives you the importance of the salah, the importance of the prayers. The prayers is very important to all of us, because this is the way how you are taking your place, your return place to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during the day of judgment. When you are asking him every day 17 times, ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, guide us to the straight path, guide us to straight path, guide us to straight path. You are doing that every day. How many times per week? How many times per month? How many times per years? How old are you? How old you've been praying? All these times you are seeking from Allah, you are asking Allah to guide you. And this is what will happen during the day of judgment. Your salah, your seeking, your good deeds in this life, you will find it. you will find it the return place during the day of judgment with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then lastly, the last ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, as he started the surah with a breaking news, عَمَّا يَتَسَاءَلُونَ, which is something which is draw our attention or draw our attention. He also finished the surah with a warning. Indeed, we have warned you. Inna anzarnakum. Indeed, we have warned you. عذابا قريبا, impending punishment. عذابا قريبا, impending, it's coming, impending punishment. يوم ينظر المرء, that day, the المرء means a man, and man here representing all the human being, women and men. That day the man will look or will observe what his hand done. ما قدمت يداه, what his hands done. Here, what we mean, but by what his hands done. ما قدمت يداه. Who knows? What does it mean? قدمت يداه. ها? Who knows what does it mean? Ahmed or Bunyamin? What his hands done, what does it mean? ها?
Is it قدمت يده?
Sorry?
قدمت يده?
Materials, what do you mean by materials? No, I don't think it's right. Who knows? Angie, can you know what hands done? What his hands done, what does it mean?
Like what his hand put forth. So for example, like sins.
Excellent. What is his deeds? So what his hand done means what his deeds he did in this life. Good deeds or bad deeds. And then lastly, يقول الكافر, and the disbeliever at that day, what he will say. And the disbeliever, ويقول الكافر, says, I wished, يا ليتني. يا ليتني means I wished. كنت ترابا, to be dust. Dust. The disbeliever at that day will wish to be dust. Why to be dust? Anyone knows? Why the disbeliever at that day wish to be dust? Wish to be dust because at that day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will, yes, ya Angie, say.
Allah would punish him, so he wants to like escape.
No, this is not the occasion of the ayah. The occasion of the ayah or the tafsir, it comes that during this day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge between every creations, including the animals with each other. That the animals, if there is a sheep that it's already hurted another sheep, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will punish the stronger sheep, and then after that they will change it to dust. And this is the end of the story for the animals. So at that day, the disbeliever, he wished to be an animal because he know that these animals will be changed to dust, and the story ended. But he will realize that he will not be punished at that. He will be punished to be forever in the hellfire and will never die, and all the time will be in this hellfire. With the bounty of Allah, Alhamdulillah, الذي بنعمته تتم الصالحات, we finished the Surat An-Nabaa, and before we leave, we need to summarize the lessons that we learned from the surah. And actually, you are the one to tell me what are the lessons that we learned from the surah. And we start with Angie. Lesson number 1, ya Angie, what you learned?
That
a lot of things actually.
Yeah. Allah teaches you about like the punishments.
Number 1, day of judgment. day of judgment is what? Continue.
Is the truth. Like where
Absolute
truth.
absolute truth. And this is actually the breaking news that started with the surah and the end that Allah warned us from this day or the day of judgment. This is number one. Thank you so much. Number two, Heidi, you have something to add?
That if you do not purify yourself, you'll eventually end up in hellfire and you will have a lot of disgusting stuff happen to you.
Do not. Can you repeat again, please? Do not.
If you don't purify yourself, then
Yeah.
you'll end up in hellfire and a lot of disgusting stuff will happen to you.
Yes, this is good. This is very good that we have to purify ourselves and to be formulating more according to the surah. All of us, we have to seek. Sorry, come here. So we have to seek what? All of us, we must, don't have. We must seek taqwa. All of us must seek taqwa in order to avoid the hellfire and Allah save us from the hellfire. Ruqayya, can you add number
We
3?
learn how great is Allah.
Excellent. So from the important lessons, we learned the greatness of, we make it our Lord, greatness of our Lord, and at the same time, what else? The opposite, which is the how
great,
much
how
the
small is
weakness,
us.
our weakness.
Yeah.
Recognition, recognition, no, recognition of our weakness. How much we are weak. We are very weak. Okay, number 5. Who can tell me number 5? Anyone can add number 5 to us? Away from Angie and Heidi and Ruqayya. I want others to share. Ilyas, Amr. What other
Yes.
lessons? Yes, Ilyas.
We learned that
Huh?
he has warned us. He has warned us of our punishment.
Yeah, we can say the severity. We learned the severity of punishment in the hellfire. This one thing. And by knowing the severity of punishment in hellfire to make us more obedient for Allah. And at the same time, we learned the marvelous, we can say the marvelous favors of Allah promised, He promised, which He promised His believer in Jannah, of course. Which He promised the believers in Jannah. Anyone wants to add other things? Is it clear for all of us? Okay. جزاكم الله خيرا وأحسن الله إليكم. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. سبحانك الله وبحمدك لا إله إلا أنت